guys. So we have a couple people who'd like to say some things. I'm going to tell you their names right now so that they're ready, but really anyone else afterwards that'd like to join in, please feel free. Fritzi spoke so beautifully at the ceremony and at the service, so we're going to ask her to come up and say a few more words. So please welcome Miss Fritzi again.
Hello, everybody. Taking my maiden voyage as a stand-up comedian, it's a tough room when everybody's talking. Oh, thank you. First of all, I want to have a disclaimer here. Faith was never my vocal coach. I never had a vocal coach, as you can tell by the rasp in my voice. But someone told me tonight that it was sexy, so I think I'll keep it. So I just want to share with you one of the experiences I had with Faith when we took that journey, that singing retreat. It was at the Rogue River, and it was a retreat with Rhiannon. And every moment of that was a total adventure because you never knew what was going to happen. And Faith, she said yes to everything. I mean, no matter what it was, Faith was in. And so we're going down the river. My boat is pulled off to the side. And Faith decides that she wants to take the shallow rapids with everybody else, which meant floating down the river, butt to the rocks, sheets to the wind, and she's up for it. So me and my boatmates are sitting off to the side, and Faith comes floating down. And all of a sudden we hear, "Help! Help! Help!" Faith had run out of energy in the middle of her ride down the river. So we row out. Oh, we're rowing out to save Faith. And we get to her, and she goes, "I just don't have any more breath." And we start to grab her, and her life jacket starts to slip off of her. And it's like Faith forgot to tighten it, just like we told her to do. But we finally pulled her in, and she was heavier at that time. We pulled her in the boat, and she was safe again, only to welcome the next adventure, whatever that was. I love Faith with all my heart. And as long as we're here, I know that I bring every single heart with me to say we're going to miss you. We are going to miss you. But you're with us. Thank you, Faith. Bubby.
And please welcome Sheila Simon, is that right? Sheila, and she's going to say a few more words. Thank
you. I don't know if this works. Faith and I lost a lot of inches together. I met Faith 25 years ago. I was a student. I didn't have enough of that ego, and I didn't have enough discipline, but I loved singing and I loved entertaining, and I ended up doing a little bit more theater work. But recently, we reconnected 25 years later, and she helped me usher in my 80th birthday. I sang, and I hadn't done any singing for so long. That ooey, 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 ooey. That's what I really missed, some of that. But you know, more importantly, she taught me to breathe. She really taught me to breathe again. I'm a shallow breather. And so much of singing, you know, is that diaphragm. Gotta stretch it. So we had a party for the last year and a half. And yeah, we go for brunch after a lesson. She did love to eat, you're right. I needed everything I heard today was fake, you know, and I just found out so much more about her. We were gonna go to somewhere in Mill Valley. This is when she was in the Redwoods, and I can't go there. I said, why not? She said, I need a haircut. I didn't know that was Faith's, you know, shtick. I really didn't. She said, she looked great to me. But she said, the back of it, you know. I said, just sit up against the wall. Nobody will see the back of your hair. But you know, we have our quirks, and you hit 80. She said, you know, when I hit 80, I thought I was like 55 years old. That's what she told me. She said, I never looked at age. I never felt it. And she never did. And practically at 87, she never, like, was 87. I heard her at Fiora Italia, and I couldn't believe her. Anyway, so I wrote her a poem. When I sang at my party, I said to her, I cannot memorize anymore. My brain just doesn't compute. I can't do it. So I carried a clipboard with me, and it was the greatest thing I ever did. I just sort of like, so what? So I'll have my lyrics right there on a clipboard, and I did. And it was wonderful. I have her voice on a recording. She said, oh, when you get up in the morning, I want you to go by that mirror and look into your eyes, and you'll see a miracle. That's what she said to me. And I saved it. I've got this old phone from the year one. It's one of those landlines, you know. But I got her right here in my heart. So I wrote a poem, and I'm going to wear my glasses, and I'm going to shake, probably. But it was all about breathing. Too soon, you left me too soon, breathing on my own. Showed me a friendly shortcut. Inhale fully, drop your mouth, lower lip, let it hang easy like you're dumbfounded. That helped a lot, because I never could, you know. Anyway, you awaken my diaphragm. You nudged sleeping muscles. You released my inner smile, hearing your inner smile floating on every song you ever gave me. Sound waves just glistened. Be greedy. Airily glide atop endless waves. Take luxurious laps. Hear each note before the release, and then float on a wispy reed in the key of G. Connect to other needy mouths, waiting to grow tall in their talent. And finally, for your last breath, my dear, sound a velvety B-flat minor for a darkened, glorious rest. Thank you, Faith, for everything.
Would anyone else like to say anything right now? It's not speak now or forever hold your peace, but you can let the Spirit move you at some point. But come find me if you would like to say a few more things. For now, if I can call the guys back up. Yes, please. And I did not call them out by name, but please join me. I have worked many times, thankfully, with this gorgeous gentleman to my right. Please join us in thanking Art Fu. Thank you, Faith, for bringing us all together. We have Tony Johnson. Do I have that correct? I'm meeting you for the first time. Yes, I'm looking right at you and saying your name. Please join me in thanking him for playing for us today. And on bass, we have Simon Planting. So many of us have been brought together even after Faith has passed. And those friendships are still forming, and we will be forever grateful for the music and the stories that are still being shared. So thank you for being a part of that today. I have the next singer, Susan, am I right? Yes, please join me in welcoming Susan up to sing.
Good evening. Well, I'm one of Faith's students from the jazz school at Berkeley, and actually met Faith standing in line for a Jackie Naylor concert, and the doors hadn't quite opened, so we got into a conversation, and I was wondering what such a lovely woman was doing there all by herself in this lavender purple cape with a wonderful scarf, and she just looked so wonderful. So we got to talking, and she told me how she loved her favorite thing. Well, after telling me she was Jackie's teacher, she told me that her favorite thing to do was to teach people who think they can't sing how to sing. And that was her very favorite thing. I said, well, that would be me. Because I had never even thought about taking a singing class, although I did like to sing in the closet. So anyway, that's how it started. But the reason I chose this particular song is that I had the good fortune of having lunch with Faith in April of this year. And she looked great. I hadn't seen her in a year or so, and I just thought she looked wonderful, and we had such a good time. And at the time, I'm still taking classes with different teachers at the jazz school, and I was working on a particular song, which was this song. And I said, you know, I'm having some problems with this song that I'm learning. I said, do you know the song? She said, oh, yes, of course. I said, well, do you remember back to when you very first saw the song? Did you have any trouble with it? Find it difficult or anything like that? She said, no. So anyway, on the way back from lunch, somehow we just broke into this song, and we were singing at the top of our lungs all the way back to the Redwoods. So I definitely associate this song with her. So let's see. One, two, three, four. look is all you need to see the mood I'm in. Perhaps then you'd realize I'm still in love with you. If you could see me now, you'd find me being brave and trying awfully hard to make my tears behave. But that's quite impossible. I'm still in love with you. You'll happen my way on some memorable day, and the month will be May. For a while I'll try to smile, but can I play the part without my heart behind the smile? The way I feel for you, I never could disguise. The look of love is written plainly in my eyes. I think you'll be mine again if you could see me now.
Wow. Buzz Brooks. Are we around? Is he around? Does he know he's singing soon? Anyone? Oh, here he is. He's on his, oh my word. Buzz Brooks.
Thank you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a highway in the United States that everybody is like, it's a tourist attraction. Everybody feels like they got to go down southwest somewhere and set their foot on this highway. And then the next thing they do is they go to the souvenir stand and they buy all the local merchandise and all that. You know which highway I'm talking about. But what I'd like to do is bring your attention to another highway. I think some other highways ought to get a little bit of the limelight. You know what I'm saying? You really should. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So, I'd like to take you on a little bit of a different journey today. To another part of the USA that you ain't never been there to play. So what I'm gonna say is let's take a little ride. Well, if you ever plan on motoring east, travel my way on the highway that's known the least. Come get your kicks, drive through the sticks on 56. Well, it starts in New Kensington, PA. Ends up in Wolfsburg, which is 99 miles away. Come get your kicks, drive through the sticks on 56. It goes through Apollo, Armour, and Cessna, Vanderbilt, and Pleasantville, and Homer City. You'll see Brush Valley, Waterman, Seward, and Dale. Haight and Scalp Level, Spring Church, and Winthrop, Fishertown, Old Town, Guys Down, and Guys Out. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you make that Pennsylvania trip. Come get your kicks on Route 56. Shout out, sa popot wena sa posia popotwi sa popot wena da tusu sa popot shibe da tu balado sa popot da big bada bida sa popot wena da tu bida baby your masterpiece are cool. Apollo, Armour, and Cessna, Vanderbilt, and Pleasantville, and Homer City. You'll see Brush Valley, Waterman, Seward, and Dale. Haight and Scalp Level, Spring Church, and Winthrop, Fishertown, Old Town, Guys Down, and Jack. Won't you get hip this timely tip? When you make that Pennsylvania trip. Come get your kicks on through. Nobody there will even give a hoot. It's a real sweet street to beat. You never can tell who you might meet. They got lots of mine shafts there. You gotta watch out for the bats in your hair. Come get your kicks on 56. Come take a ride with me. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Bud. Hey, Bud.
Darling, how are you?
So he wrote down on the sign up. He wrote Route 56, and I thought, why would anyone in this audience be confused about Route 66? Why, that doesn't make any sense, and now it makes a lot more sense. It was just a kick. Thank you. Gosh, everything.